It's been a full year since you had a little bit of turmoil last year financially, and you had to do some reorganization. We talked about that in the Echoes is Essential podcast. Um, what has changed in that course of that year, Peter, that puts the gathering place in a better position?
We sat down, Alicia and I and some other people, and we sat down, we took a look at the expenses. And we looked at areas that we thought were way over budget. And so we've trimmed them down now, and we've got rid of a lot of expenses that we had before. So anywhere we did have expenses, we've cut them down where we could, and we put an effort into continually cutting costs. And we're looking at it again today. So we have really cut our costs by at least 30% in the last 12 months. And we're feeling comfortable with that. But again, we're not stopping there. We're looking at different areas we can cut the cost. And it's really helped us.
Can you give me some examples of some of the cost cutting, some actual...
We don't even do our garbage anymore. We have a person come and pick it up. We did before, but it was costing us a lot of money, almost $1,000 a month, just to get rid of the garbage. So we've gone to an individual now, and we pay him, I guess, with gift cards, and it's a lot cheaper, and it doesn't come out cash out of our pocket. It works out with a system we've got with gift cards. Another one was computer. We had our computer services person take care of that, a company, and we don't have them any longer. We've turned it over to what we call a partner. It's one of the social services in town. They've taken that over. And what it is, we feed their people, the clientele that they have. And so because we feed them, now they're going to do the computer services, and they have for quite a while now. And they've done just as good a job as what we had before. So there's another cost that we haven't got. So there's about $1,900 a month right there that we've saved by making those two moves.
One of the things I saw in the news was talk about, again, the garden, community garden. So how's that being taken care of now? It used to be like a $40,000 a year cost.
Yeah, what it was, we needed employees there to do it, and so it was a $40,000 a year cost. And the board, we decided we couldn't afford that, so we walked away from the deal we had with the city, and we turned it back to the city in late November, I think so.
Yeah, late November
of last year, and so they're running it now with their employees. And we're reaping the benefits of it, though, because they're bringing the produce over here, the harvest. Yeah, thank you. They're bringing the harvest over here, and so we benefit that way. So we don't have that cost this year as well.
Alicia, what are some of the finer points of the financial cuts and delivering service? How's that changed in the last year?
So it's been a little bit of a challenge, I would say, like kind of navigating our operations because one of the financial cuts that we did have to do as well, unfortunately, is letting some of our staff go. But the remaining staff that we do have is a fabulous, wonderful team, and we all just so wholeheartedly believe in the mission of feeding the hungry people of North Bay. So it's just like, we've just kind of found ways to still, even though we've had to kind of trim back services, to still maximize what we can offer. So, we did go from 3 meals a day to now we're just serving lunch from 11:30 to 1:30. However, we recognize that, there's people who come and eat lunch that still, they did rely on us for dinner. So we'll send them with an extra sandwich and a snack to go to kind of tide them over a little bit. And again, because we did do cost savings, we still have our food rescue program, which is a huge cost saving program for us because grocery stores are providing us with their groceries that they either can't shelf because it came in damaged, or it's grocery products that are about to reach expiry. But we're still able to utilize it and do all of our menu planning for the week around those groceries that we get in. And we actually get so much grocery products coming in that we're then able to disperse and share that into the community. So we have like Peter mentioned, we have a partnership with CMHA because we provide food for their clientele. And we do that through like a family food box program. So we have CMHA, we have CAS, we have True Self, Community Living. I'm sure I'm missing a few who Out Loud. And they can call us at any point during our working hours and let us know that they have families or individuals who are struggling with food insecurity. And we have our food rescue staff who will then put together boxes and the caseworkers come pick it up and bring it to their clients. So kind of, I guess, like the scope of how we've had to operate has changed a little bit, but we're still maximizing our impact in the community. There's probably about 15, we've had to cap it at 15 daily family boxes going out, on top of the around 100 to 110 folks who come and dine in during lunchtime.
How's that compared to some of the previous years as far as lunch?
Lunchtime, it's steadily grown. I would say in the past years, we would probably see about 60 to 70 for lunch. And now that's a slow day for us if we're seeing that number. Okay.
Now, I remember there was a total, and I guess it was the 3 meals, was up into the hundreds, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what is the state of the people coming in? How would you describe them in different sort of groups of who are the people coming? I'm sorry. Who are the people you're serving?
Yeah. I know there's a stigma about us as a soup kitchen that we're only feeding the unhoused population. Absolutely, we feed them, and they are just as deserving as a meal as anyone who comes through our doors. But the reality is, it's only about 20% of our population who is actually unhoused. So we're seeing the unhoused folks, but then we are also seeing struggling families and individuals who are essentially like the working class poor who are trying to make it by. People who are housed and who just don't have cooking knowledge of how to health nutritiously fuel their body, or don't have the proper, they don't have a microwave or a stove at home, so they can't really make themselves meals. So they come here and rely on us for a good, nutritious meal. We see students come through our doors. We see seniors come through our doors. It's food insecurity is impacting everyone on a big level throughout the city, and we're low barrier and we welcome anyone who's hungry. It affects anybody and everybody.
We talked earlier about the reduction in the budget to meet revenues and donations, and you mentioned the percentage. What are we at? What does it cost to run the gathering place for a year now, going forward? Money-wise.
I'm just trying to think. It's around 310, eh?
Yeah, because it's about $32,000 a month.
32,000, yeah, 32,000 a month. So,
okay.
Yeah, we've got it down to that now. It might sound high still, but we own the building, and part of that is our indebtedness from prior. We haven't paid it all off yet, the CRA, so that's in there as well. So it might seem high, but that fact is it's reality too. We have to pay those bills.
Yes.
So we're getting through there. We're paying off CRA slow but sure, and we're moving forward from that point of view. But again, we've cut the cost, I think, as much as possible. What we don't have, Dave, is we don't have the donations this year. The donations, we talked about it last night. We were at a meeting, and we talked about we're about 22% lower than what we were last year. And to us, that's a lot of money, and so we need to shore that up and get some more money coming in the door. And we're talking about sustainable income.
Yeah.
And we need that because it's really hard for us to budget up here in the offices, because this month we'll get X amount of dollars, and next month we'll get a whole whack, and so we pay off the month prior, so you don't get ahead, and that's the problem. So if we get some sustainable income, people giving us monthly checks, it doesn't matter the amount. The fact is they're donating on a monthly basis. That's better for us from our perspective of budgeting properly. This is a business. We're trying to run it as a business now, and it's difficult to run it when you don't have any money coming in the door and nothing but bills. So one of the things we've done properly too is we've secured the local merchants that deal with us. In other words, we're not in debt to them at all. They're all paid off, and we're proud of that. And we want to keep that going forward. We don't want to. We're not here to sting people that are in business. We want to work with them as partners again, and we're trying to do that, and we've done a good job of that as well.
It's the 20% drop in donations. Do you believe that's because of the backlash, a little bit of the public knowledge of the financial challenges you're facing and how to deal with?
We feel it is. Again, we had a meeting last night about it, and we do feel that people think that we have squandered money, we have wasted money, we've paid too high a wages from some people. They thought that. And as far as I'm concerned, when I came in here a year and a half ago, we were on par with everybody, with the needy wages and with the wages downstairs and with Alicia's wages, we were on par. And we weren't paying them any more or any less than anybody else. And so we've been able to take a look at that and say, we're not increasing wages right now, we just can't afford to, but we want to be able to support our staff as well. Alicia made the comment they're working hard, and they are. They're doing a good job down there.
How many people are on staff?
There's 6.
6 of us on staff now.
Yeah.
And out of that 6, 2 are full-time and the rest are part-time staff.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And so again, they're doing a good job. And
What roles do they play? Maybe that'd be helpful for people to understand.
Sure. Yep. So myself, I'm operational management. So I always kind of say I do kind of like the boring behind the scenes work, making sure that emails and phone calls are responded to, and money is deposited where it should be deposited. Tax receipts are sent out. I do social media. I also kind of jump in where needed downstairs because it's a busy job downstairs. So some days I'm in the dish pit, some days I'm cleaning bathrooms, and some days I'm prepping meals. We've got a kitchen manager downstairs. So she takes care of like all the weekly menu planning, making sure that all of our ordering is done from Von Paper. She's kind of making sure that we're up to snuff with the health unit regulations, because we are classified as a restaurant, so we do have to adhere to health unit policies, and our kitchen manager is phenomenal at making sure we're all up to date with that. She onboards and like new volunteers, so like she'll make sure that they're following proper procedures before she kind of hands them off to our veteran volunteers. She'll do a little bit of cooking. She also jumps in the dish pit and service out front if needed as well. And then we have a sous chef who assists her in the kitchen. So, you know, he's making our daily salads. He's usually doing the bulk of making our lunches. He's getting stuff ready for later on in the week. And then we have 2 part-time food rescue staff. So they are the ones who, we have volunteers who drop off the food rescue to us every morning, and our food rescue boys, they unload all the food rescue, they weigh it, they sort it, and then they're also in charge of putting together those family boxes and coordinating like those pickups with our partner agencies. And then we have another part-time who comes in twice a week, and she's just an extra set of hands in the kitchen. She's also, we call her Auntie, and she's our matriarch. She keeps us all in line and all in order. So
what, 82, 83?
Yeah, 82 or 83 years old.
What's her name again?
Her name is Grace, but we call her Auntie. Yeah. So out of a term of respect.
I'll give her a plug. It's Grace Weeks.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Grace. Grace has been feeding the community of North Bay in various different roles for the majority of her life. So she's the backbone of this place.
Peter, earlier you said it's a business that you're running and you're trying to run it as a business, but it's really a stopgap in my mind for social services gaps. And I would think that social services should be doing a lot of what this is, but that's not the system we have. How much provincial or municipal tax money goes towards supporting what you're doing?
Well, that's a simple question. We get $50,000 a year from DSAB, so that's municipal.
And what's that supposed to cover?
That goes towards our operations and towards our outreach.
Okay, so 50,000.
Yeah, so that's it.
That's it.
The rest is donation based. That's
More than $300,000. $250,000 comes in from revenue for doing services, lunches for different agencies, and donations.
Donations, we don't get paid. We get some agencies. We don't get cash. We don't get paid from any of the agencies.
Oh, okay. So
That's why we're trading off services. That's why we're trading off services.
So you have more than $250,000 need of donations.
Correct. Yeah, to keep the doors open. Yeah.
What's your next big fundraising event?
We got it coming up at Soup's on November 7th at the Grand, and it starts at 11 o'clock and it goes till 2 o'clock. It's a big fundraiser for us.
What does it raise for you? How much last year?
Last year was our biggest year for Soup's On, and we raised $15,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. And so how do you get that money? So how much for soup?
$15. You walk in the door, and we have 17 locations.
We try to get about 17 restaurants on board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you come in, you taste their soup, and we have pastries, and we have buns and different things you can have as well. It's been going on, I think, 9 years, 10 years.
9 or 10 years at least, yeah.
So it's established in North Bay.
And that's at the Grand?
It's at the Grand. It's November 7th.
Okay.
At 11 o'clock it starts.
That's a Friday.
That's a Friday, yeah. And the doors open 11. And again, it's a good fundraiser for it. But the people in North Bay know that one, and they've come to trust it because it's the restaurants that produce the soup, and they're all good soups. And then they get to choose who they like, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, they do a vote on their favorite. So it's a good opportunity for the restaurants as well. You know, it's great advertisement for them, but then it's also a bit of some of them get pretty competitive about it. So it's a bit of like a friendly competition amongst the restaurants as well. And yeah, like Peter was saying, like this is a flagship event for us. The community always gets very excited when they know that Soup's On is coming up. A lot of businesses, they send their employees over on their lunch breaks and stuff. So it's always a great turnout.
What's an average monthly donation from a business? Is there such a number? I'm just
Rebuilt Resources is great to us. They sponsor us $1,000 monthly, so $12,000 annually.
But that's not all that they give us as well.
They're
jumping in all the time.
Yeah, if we post something that we need, for example, we needed a vacuum sealer a couple months ago because ours bit the dust. We use the vacuum sealer for when we have like leftover meals, we freeze them, and then those go into our family boxes that we send out. It's just great to be able to vacuum seal them because it makes them much more compact and saves us storage space. So ours bit the dust a couple months ago. So I put a post out on social media asking if someone had an old one that they would be willing to donate to us. And Rebuilt saw the post and they bought us a brand new like $900 industrial vacuum sealer. So they are amazing community neighbors and supporters of the Gathering Place.
I bought my last 2 pair of pants there, actually.
Great. Yeah. Bring your donations to them too.
Exactly. You can get good deals there.
Yeah,
exactly. No, they're, I think out of all the thrift shops in town, I think they're the most fair priced. I love thrifting, and they're definitely my go-to.
Maybe some other examples of unique support from the community?
I don't want to go out and mention names because I'll probably forget somebody, but we've got some people in town that have given us $5,000. We've got some that have given us $10,000. We get some that give us monthly donations, like we were saying before, sustainable income, and we appreciate all that. It just, we need more, and that's the problem we're having. We just seem to get going, and then all of a sudden it stops again.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating from our point of view because we feel we're on top of it, and then all of a sudden the bottom falls out. And I'm not blaming anybody, but we're just asking for help. You
Yeah.
know, we need more money coming in on a regular basis, and it'll be a lot easier for us here to manage this if we have that type of resources coming in.
Well, I think, would you agree that you got most things tightened down as far as you can go, and you can represent that you're not overreaching in an attempt to service, and this is the basic base that you can do, and so people should be, can they be confident that it's been run well?
I would say, yeah, we've done a good job. Like I said, we've really cut it, and there is no waste here, and that's what I like about it. Even when we've got leftover, we have 2 farmers now that come in and get the leftovers. So there is no waste in this place whatsoever, financially, monetarily, or even with the food. There's nothing that we're wasting now, and we've done a good job of doing that. But it took a collective. It took everybody here to participate and do it. And we're not going to sit back. Just the other day, we went and put a switch on the coffee maker. We have a big bun coffee maker down there. It's got an element in it that just keeps making hot water all the time. So now what we've done, we put a switch on that, and as soon as the coffee is done for the day, it's switched off. And so it's not going for another, 18 hours of hot water for nothing. So everybody might laugh.
Simple, basic things.
Simple, basic things, you know. We're taking a look at that. So I believe if an idea comes up, we sure look at it. And then we go from there.
Have we missed anything in this conversation to bring people up to date where the gathering place is?
No. I believe we as a gathering place has done a better job. We are looking at it as a business now. I don't know what we're looking at before, but today we had a treasurer come in. He passed on now, but he came in. He's with the CIBC for 27 years. He was an auditor. So he came in and we sat down, the 2 of us, and we ripped everything apart and put it back together. And this is what we've come up with now. And so I don't believe we've done anything that we shouldn't have done. I believe that we've done everything in the right way. But I also believe that we've done it. And that's what I'm trying to get the word across. And I believe we've done a good job with it. We're open-minded. We want to listen to everybody. If somebody's got a bitch, a beef, or complaint, call me, call Alicia, call the gathering place, and we'll listen to you. And if it makes sense, we'll put it into place. If it doesn't, well, there you go. But we heard before that our expenses were too high, our wages were too high, we were wasting this, we were doing this wrong, we had the wrong clientele we were hearing. Alicia touched on that. We have the clientele that we should have. In other words, we're trying to service everybody in North Bay. There's nobody we're going to discriminate against. We only have less than 20% of the people are homeless people. Everybody else got a bed at night. And we want to get that point across, because that was the other thing we heard about a lot, was that we're just servicing street people. That's wrong. We are servicing the working poor, the people that deserve to have help. We're helping them the best we can, and we want to make sure that we do that.
I think part of the angst people had was there was other factors going on in the community with international students, and people were worried that they were contributing to something that is the same issue about the food banks, right? Let's just touch on that and get it out of the way. Like, how many international students do you have now as clientele?
As clientele, not even. As volunteers,
Yeah.
a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good volunteers, and they're not like people are thinking or saying or alleging is that draining our system here.
No, none whatsoever.
They're some of our best volunteers that we have here, actually.
Right. And they're fun to work with too.
Yeah,
They come in here and they dig in and they do the work, and there's no complaints whatsoever.
One last question. There was a lot of talk a year ago and a year before that about a community hub to deal with things. At one point, they were trying to pull in the gathering place as well. Where is that discussion?
We haven't had that discussion for over a year.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody talking about that.
No, it seems to. the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I guess nobody's complaining anymore. So
We might hear about it again when winter comes. And
well, not only that, we got council coming up again next year, and so I think we're probably going to hear about it again. So, but yeah, no, we haven't heard anything about it, and we haven't been involved in any discussions that way at all.
Okay, good. Well, I think we had a good open discussion here. Learned a little bit more. People are up to date on where you're at, what your needs are. Thank you very much for joining the Small Town Times, and enjoy a couple copies of the Back in the Bay magazine. Somehow I'm going to have a history in one of the issues coming up next year about the Gathering Place, but not just the Gathering Place, but the city's historical sort of way of dealing with people of need. And I know it runs deep and long, and there's a lot of different things that the community does, and this is just one of the things that grew out of trying to help people in need.
Right.
So thank you.
Thank
Great,
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. That was harmless.
All good.
What?